Hey there, Jester here. Now, being the worst queer, I forgot that June is Pride Month. I had it in my head that it was in July, so I had to quick throw something together. Now, around here, we do tick a couple of the boxes of queer bingo, but the one that is most important to my life and how I live it, and how I perceive the world at large, is asexuality. And since I had, tried to dye flowers black and ended up with them gray, well, now I've got a way to use those gray flowers if I make an asexual flag themed bouquet. So I've got all sorts of flowers, and I've got stickers to decorate my jar, and I've got some filler, and Princess Posy is with me because she likes flowers, and she's the one that's, well, she's purple, and that's the one, color instead of just a shade on the flag. So the way the flag goes, it's black, gray, white, and purple, but I don't think I'll be quite, putting things quite in the right order. I'm going to be going with what I think looks nice in my bouquet. I'm going to start with the jar. This was a sauce bottle, but that's fine. It will make a perfectly nice jar. And the first thing I'm going to do with it is decorate it. I have various stickers, and I've got some ribbon, so I'm going to start with that. And of course, the stickers and the ribbon are in the proper colors. So for gray, I've got these butterflies that I'm going to put on. Where shall I put you? That's right, I can't start from the bottom and work my way up. I have to work from the side and around to follow the curve of the bottle. There's a big one, and well, I've got all sorts of different butterflies. Let's put a medium-sized one on there. Maybe a little one. Near the top, but not right at the top, because I do want to put a ribbon on there later. I think I need another butterfly at the bottom. One shall I do? Another medium-sized one. Okay, that's my butterflies. Now I have these black and crystal stickers to be the black and the white. Let's see, do I want any big ones on there and some little ones? Well, let's see. Like the big one. Now, I don't think the big ones are going to fit very well because it doesn't follow the curve of the bottle. So I'm just going to use the smaller ones. that's nice and flat against it. So I'm probably supposed to give you a little talk about the asexual experience. Short version for the allos, asexuality is about not feeling sexual attraction to anybody ever. Have you, a person who does experience sexual attraction, ever looked at someone and not felt a tingle in your trousers? Asexuality is like that, just all the time. And my fellow ace people, all of you are valid. Are you sex repulsed to the point where you don't even like thinking about it? You're valid. Are you utterly neutral? It's just boring biology like eating? You're valid. Do you enjoy smut and books and movies and have no interest in doing it yourself? You're valid. Do you find sex enjoyable, but you could also go the rest of your life without it and be perfectly fine? You're valid. And that's not even getting into the demis and grays and fluxes and other variations that I don't even know about. Nobody's the best kind of asexual or the worst kind. We're all in this together. For you younger aces who crave love and romance but worry that you'll never find it because you don't feel physical desire, I've been married for over 20 years. If an internet clown can do it, your chances are pretty good. Now, you might find a fellow ace and then never think about sex again. Or you might be like me and end up with an allo. How can it work with an allo? Same as any other part of a relationship. Communication, compassion, and compromise. Maybe you'll be content with sometimes. Maybe your partner will be content with never. There are many ways to perform intimacy that aren't sexual. If having mismatched drives isn't a deal breaker for either of you, it's possible to figure something out. Mismatched drives is a common thing even in allosexual couples. It's not insurmountable. Though if mismatched drives are a deal breaker, then they're a deal breaker. No one should have sex they don't want to have. Oh, and it turns out a lot of us end up being bi because what sort of bits someone has isn't something we tend to worry about. So that's normal if you're wondering. There's one more down here. Even it out. There we go. I mean, you could decorate all the way around the bottle, but I figure I'm going to be looking at this from just one angle. I don't really need to. Now, I want to put a ribbon around the neck. So I'm just going to cut off a bunch of my ribbon. It's not going to hold because this is not really good at tying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one of those surgeon's knots. So instead of just folding it around once, I'm going to fold it around twice. So hopefully that will give me enough friction to hold. While I quick tie another knot to hold it in place. There we go. Now, make a bow. Right. Is that how you do a square knot? That's sort of more what I wanted. Alright, let me just fiddle with this to get it to a size that I like. I don't want it super big. No, it still seems kind of sideways. I guess it's always going to be a little wonky, but that's alright. Double knot that so it'll hold in place. Now, how long do I want these tassels? Halfway down seems a little long. About halfway down. Slightly different lengths, just for visual interest. So there's my bottle. And of course now I need to fill it. Now, this, again, I'm using my little plastic pellets, and these used to be purple. You can still see that some of them are purple, but they've been sitting in the sun for a few years, and they've turned pinkish. So I guess I'm using pinkish. That's fine. I think I'm going to want some kind of funnel here. Now, got a piece of paper. Let's just roll that up. Always have scrap paper around. I like that there. So there, that makes it a little more exciting now that there's a colorful backdrop. And now there's a nice solid base so my stuff won't tip over. Now comes the fun part, picking out the flowers. I think I'm going to start with these tall white ones, kind of go in the back. There we go. And you know that I'm taking the craft seriously when I'm using one of my special Halloween roses that I've taken out of my little stage pot there so that I can have a proper black in my ace flag. And I'm going to put that next to it here. Come on. There we go. There. So now we've got two different heights. I think I'd like to put my purple nearer the bottom. So I've got these gray flowers that I had, tried to dye black and it hadn't worked, but now I've got a use for them because I need gray now. I'm not too fond of these little grassy bits, so I'm going to take, have a little less of them. I don't want to take them out completely, because otherwise they just look very spindly. I'll take a couple out just to There, we've got our gray. So now our purple. Now, as you know, we tend to stick with our magnum opus colors, but we do tend to pick up lavender, like, fake lavender whenever we see it, just because Doc likes it. So we've got a few different kinds, but I thought this one would be the nicest one for this particular bouquet, this particular shade of purple. Because the other ones are more pinkish. And we've already got pink in the bottle there, so let's tuck in some purple. And there we go. Well, I mean, I could stop there, but I think it looks a little sparse right now, and I really would like some more filler at the bottom, maybe some more color at the top. So, well, time to just start playing. I have, a bit, one of the leaves from my black rose, because it wouldn't fit all the way down. I did test this a little bit, last night. I think I'm going to tuck that in the bottom here. And I've got some of these little white ones, if you remember from the bell jar. I'm going to tuck some of them in. On the opposite side of the white here to balance it out. Let's see. I think I could do with a little more purple. I've got these purple ones. But will they be long enough for me to stick in up there? I don't think so, because I don't want all of them. I don't know if I can tie them in. On the other hand, I've also got these little purple berry bush guys. They fit more at the bottom. They would look cute up there too. Maybe I'm gonna have to get a little creative with this. I do have some floral wire, a little bit of this left over from probably 15 or 20 years ago whenever I first bought it. Problem is that it's going to be hard to stick it into there because we found that out with the bees. Maybe if I flip it over, but then it's not going to be... I flip it over and I twist it up. There we go. I use my pliers to hold it. Maybe I can get a better twist. Not really. The important part is that it's a little stronger and I can stick it in there. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to first I'm going to use my wire cutters to get that. That's going to be in there. I can attach this a little higher up. So let's kind of go through these little holes that I made. It actually works not too badly. But I think I'm going to take some of these little purple guys, their wires, and use them to help twist that on and add a little color. These little guys randomly. Okay, got my little Frankenplant here. I'm going to try to tuck that in here. Let's see if I can't Nope, still doesn't want to push in, but move some things around, kind of get it to nudge it in a little bit there. Hopefully friction will help hold it in place. That's looking a little more full. Yeah, I still think it needs a little more around the bottom, so I'm going to get another one of these purple sprigs. Look at the bottom here. Go. And I also have some ferns to help fluff it out a bit. Now, green doesn't really count as a color, at least when it comes to a bouquet. It's sort of it's a neutral color when it comes to flowers, since all flowers have green, or at least, 99% of them. I'm sure someone knows that there are kinds that don't have leaves or so I want another leaf at the back. No. Lower? No. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's looking pretty nice. I feel like it might be missing a little something, but I'm not sure what.